One of the features that we are most excited about in the new Phind is its ability to explain answers visually and beautifully. So for example, let's try asking it to explain photosynthesis. And what you'll notice is that the answer goes beyond text to include images, and it even is able to generate in real time this diagram of how the input materials go through the photosynthesis process and produce the output products. And there's a lot of little things here as well. So if we look at the headings here, you'll see that we have these little icons to the left that just give it a little bit more pop and readability. Of course, we have inline citations that will show you exactly where the answer came from. This is broadly applicable across many different kinds of questions. Another type of question that Phind is able to really help visualize is recipes. So we can ask Phind how to cook the perfect steak. And what it's going to do here is it's going to pull in images to kind of, show us what we're trying to make here. It'll create a little list of essential components. And then it's going to really beautifully present the step-by-step process using these step cards that will show us very clearly what we need to do to actually get the steak cooked. We'll pull in this image that will even show what the different doneness levels are, as well as a table with that information and the internal temperatures, some additional pro tips, and it even gives us this little remember notice here, telling us that practice makes perfect. Yes, unfortunately that's true. I've learned that one the hard way for sure. Let's try a technical question. So here is quicksort in Rust. And so what Phind is able to do here is it's able to show us the steps in broad strokes, how quicksort works. It will make us this diagram that will show us how to actually select the pivot and go from the initial array to the array after partitioning. And then it's going to show us these cards with the various suggested implementation approaches. So here it shows us a vector-based implementation with a code snippet, some pros, some cons, an explanation. It even shows us a second option with the in-place implementation, also with pros, cons, and an explanation. But as you can see, Phind will have this first one as a suggested option just to make it really clear. Here are the different things you can try, and here's the one that it suggests. Phind is also really good at pulling in images, and because the model has complete control over the placement, we're able to do something really interesting here. So if we ask for images of Trump's inauguration, for example, we're able to pull in really high quality images along with captions that describe exactly what is going on in those images. And again, because the model has complete control over the placement and over the entire flow, we can even ask it to say, for example, show me only the ones that also have Joe Biden. And then Phind will go ahead and it'll only show inauguration photos that also have Joe Biden in them. And so Phind is really the only tool that can do this right now that has, and it's only because it has complete control over the layout and the flow and the content of these answers. And because it has complete control, it can also do something kind of cool where it can find, for example, an image of Brad Pitt and also generate one within the same chat. There's no other tool that can do this currently. And here, as we can see, Phind is able to pull in an image of Brad Pitt from the internet, and we are generating one in real time right within the chat. And as you can see, there we go. We've got two Brad Pitts, one from the internet and one from Phind. And Phind can even generate video in the chat. It's the only chat-based tool that can do this currently. So we can ask it, for example, make me a video of a dog skydiving above San Francisco, and Phind is going to go ahead and generate that right within the chat. Because again, the model has complete control over the end-to-end flow and placement of everything in the chat. And so this will take a minute or two to generate, but in the interest of time, I already have an example here. And there we go. We can see the dog is high diving above San Francisco. I think that's really neat. Phind is like a single unified place that you can come to. You can just ask it whatever you want, and it has the intelligence really to deliver. I'll do one more example of our ability to place things in the chat. So let's try comparing the weather in San Francisco, LA, and New York. And again, because Phind has complete control over the layout of the entire answer, it's able to generate a weather card for San Francisco, a weather card for Los Angeles, and then finally a weather card for New York. And it's able to fulfill the user request completely with all of these rich visual diagrams. And that is a demo of the new Phind UI.